What is going on, guys? ZG Photo here. Today we are going to talk a little bit about trials because tomorrow it is coming for the first time since the release of The Taken King. Now I'm just going to talk a little bit about the weapons I'm going to use, a few of the gear pieces I'm going to use, or armor pieces, just slightly in detail what I'm going to use. I am not a huge PvP player, but when trials comes around, it's a lot of fun. The communication, the teamwork that is involved, it makes it really just kind of worth it to play, and it's only around on the weekends. It is going to be around every weekend, I'm assuming. It's not going to be like Iron Banner where it comes around, once every other month or, everything like that. So, guys, I'm going to talk about a little bit of the weapons I'm going to be using inside, depending on which map it is. So, for the first, I'm going to talk about my weapons. I'm going to talk about the Apple of Discord. So, now the Vanguard Quartermaster is selling one with the exact same rolls, except instead of glass half full, he is selling it with Headseeker, which is also a very, very good perk for PvP. I'm going to talk about a little bit. So it has glass half full. The reason, guys, I use the LD Watchdog, which shows, I can't show you now, but it shows when your grenade is charged, and it shows you when your melee is charged. So I don't have to look all the way to the bottom left of my screen to see when it's charged, but I can see in my scope, so I don't have to aim away from the enemy. It's got glass half full, great perk, full auto, and hand-laid stock. Look at the stability on this pulse rifle. The impact is what's going to hurt me a little bit, but I think with the fire rate and glass half full, the impact shouldn't factor too much. Second is a sniper rifle that I just got recently. It's the 1,000-yard stare with the ambush scope, which is my favorite scope. Triple tap, hand-laid stock, and hidden hand. This thing will probably and hopefully be a beast if I can get those headshots inside of PvP and trials. The fact that it has hand-laid and ambush boosts it up high enough to where my stability is maxed out completely. The fact that it has triple tap and hidden hand and hand-laid stock is the idea that I can get headshots, hopefully, pretty easily if they're standing still trying to snipe me as well. I have recently just gotten really good with sniping, and I have liked it since the year 1 trials, so it's been a lot of fun. So I'm definitely excited to use this inside of trials. Third, is going to be my raid machine gun. Obviously, all the previous perks are locked in, but the last one isn't, and I got persistence. This weapon grows more accurate the longer it is fired. So now people have argued that machine guns are going to be the new meta for instead of rockets, but I disagree. Yes, grenades and horseshoes has been nerfed, but now instead of just shooting it relatively close, you have to actually aim a little bit. So I still think grenades and horseshoes is relevant. It's still going to be very, very good inside of trials, but you just have to get a little bit closer. But I'm going to try this one out a little bit because the persistence, so I think it's going to be really good. Honestly, it's the magazine is what's going to hurt me a little bit, because the idea that and I'm going to honestly probably use small bore, so it increases my magazine a little bit. So we'll have to see about that. And then we're going to talk about my armor. Now, the issue with my helmets currently is I don't really have anything for my helmet-wise that'd be PvP worthy. So unfortunately, I feel like what I'm going to end up having to do is use something that is just kind of like an exotic. So I'm probably going to use the Insurmountable Skull Fort for the additional melee charge. Gain bonus super energy when heavy kills minions of darkness. Doesn't really affect me. Gain bonus melee energy on orb pickup. Doesn't really affect me inside of trials. So I think, unfortunately, that's what I'm going to end up using. This are the raid gauntlets from Hard Raid, which have increased pulse reload, since I'm going to be using pulse. Increased pulse ammo, which I wish I got increased sniper ammo. I don't have a chest piece for my Titan yet, but I know on my Hunter I do. Warlock, I don't think so. So when I go to my Hunter, which I'll probably mainly use for trials, but I think I'll be using Titan as well a lot. That will be relevant for the pulse rifle, and then rocket. I think I have one with machine gun. We'll have to see. I think this might be machine gun. So I'll end up probably using this one since I'll be using machine gun a lot. So we'll actually just switch to that right now. But yeah, so I'll be using this stuff for trials. Guys, let me know what you guys are going to be using inside the comments below, what you think of the layout. I know that there is a Vanguard Quartermaster Pulse Rifle, the exact same rolls except with Headseeker, but I think for mine for free is pretty damn good. So guys, rate, comment, subscribe. If you guys haven't followed me on Twitch, make sure you guys do. ZG Photo. Guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later in the Destiny world.